Today we were in court for a breach of bail hearing regarding the malicious communication, also known as the 5G case. I put in a self-certification, a sickness note, because it was too stressful for me to attend. I hadn't been given details of the lies that have been told about me, the claims that have been made against me. So therefore it was too stressful for me to attend. So I put a self-certification in. Now the judges today refused to accept the self-certification. So they refused my application to set aside the proceedings. And they went ahead, and what they did was they adjourned sentencing till after my appeal hearing, which I was very upset with. Again, my rights have been denied. They should have set aside the proceedings based on the fact that my due process has been denied, and this seems to be standard practice across the courts. They're all denying the due process, which is not acceptable.
So do you have doubts that was a genuine court hearing?
Yes, I do have doubts that was a genuine court hearing. The number that I've been given from the probation, the court don't recognise the number. Therefore, when I put my self-certification in, it never went before a judge. So the trial went ahead in my absence, and that's why I had to have a sentencing hearing today. Which is a catalogue of errors, one error on top of another and you just can't seem to get to the bottom of it. You can't seem to sort it out.
It's like they want to confuse people.
It's confusing and nobody's accountable. So I did have an outburst in court today. I was very upset that my rights have been denied. And I don't have tolerance for abuse of any kind.
Do you believe that it's not incompetence?
It's not incompetence, no, it's not. They're actually making up lies about me. They're actually making up lies to get me put into prison.
Do you think they're making up lies to cover their incompetence though?
No, they're actually making up lies out of nothing to put me into prison. Today there was 3 police officers in the back of the court. We didn't know who they were until afterwards. So when I had an outburst, when I was upset in the court, I was standing at the back of the court voicing that I was upset because my rights had been denied again. They stood up and told me that they were 3 police officers. As we left the court, they left straight behind us, so they were there for my case. So why is 3 police officers coming to my case? My breach of bail hearing, why are they following me? Why are they coming to my breach of bail hearing?
And the root cause of this hearing was regarding the breach of probation for the malicious communication?
Yes, this was just a breach of bail hearing for a malicious communication, also known as the 5G case, that's what I call it.
Right, my understanding is there was no date and no name and ID or signature on the official charge sheet for the offence.
No, it's a whole catalogue of errors. Upon error, upon error.
Right.
I'm just voicing that there's an abusive process happening.
And they're not listening. They're just not listening.
And they're not listening.
And going ahead with it anyway.
And they're going ahead with it.
Which makes it even more abusive.
Which is psychological abuse. So I'm on the receiving end of psychological abuse by our services.
Which are corrupt. They're looking more and more corrupt by the day.
There are a lot of lies being told about me at the moment, and I will not tolerate any lies being told about me. I don't have the tolerance for that.
And I'll ask you this, do you believe your fundamental and constitutional rights are being infringed upon?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. The notice for court was printed on probation letterhead paper. It didn't even come from the court. The number that they've given me, the case number, the court doesn't recognise the case number. The warrant that they used last week, the court doesn't have any details of the warrant.
By all these inconsistencies and discrepancies and contradictions, they still go ahead with it anyway.
Yes.
and still going ahead with all these contradictions, inconsistencies. You know, they go ahead with it anyway, and that's how your rights are being infringed upon.
My rights are being violated.
Yeah.
Again.
They don't even follow their own rules.
They don't follow their own
They don't
rules.
follow any rules. They just make the rules up as they go along.
They're making the rules up as they go along, just to maintain governance over us.
Yeah.